Once upon a time, there was a little girl, and everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. They called her that because she always wore a red hood on her head, which her grandmother knitted for her. The little girl wore it in winter and summer, and sometimes she even fell asleep in it. One day, her mother called Little Red Riding Hood and said to her, "Little Red Riding Hood, your grandmother is sick. Take this basket with lunch to her. I cooked soup for her and baked bread so she gets well soon." And she handed her the basket covered with a cloth. "Don't wander off anywhere on the way." The mother reminded Little Red Riding Hood as she saw her off from the house. "No, Mommy, I promise I'll go straight to Grandmother," Little Red Riding Hood promised. She knew the forest path well, as she often brought fresh milk or bread to her grandmother. As Little Red Riding Hood walked along the path, a wolf suddenly crossed her way. "Good day, little girl. What is your name and where are you going?" The wolf greeted her. "Good day, little wolf. They call me Little Red Riding Hood, like this hood I wear on my head. My grandmother gave it to me. Now she is sick, and I am bringing her lunch." Little Red Riding Hood explained to the wolf, not suspecting at all how wicked he was. "That is very nice of you, Little Red Riding Hood." The wolf praised her, but only pretending so no one would notice. Already in his head, he was spinning his ugly plans. "And where does your grandmother live?" he asked, trying to find out from Little Red Riding Hood. "Not far from here in the forest. At the end of this path, there is a clearing, and in that clearing stands a small wooden cottage. That is where my grandmother lives," the little girl replied. The wolf licked his lips when she told him all this. He thought to himself, "Well done, my dear little hood. First, I will eat your grandmother, and then you too. But I must get to the cottage before you." And so he said to her, "I know what would make your grandmother happy. Look how many flowers there are here. Why don't you pick a bouquet for your grandmother?" The little wolf was right, Little Red Riding Hood thought, as she looked at the beautiful flowers around her. She began picking them first by the path. But what if the prettiest flowers were smiling at her farther from the path? She completely forgot the promise she made to her mother. Busy picking flowers, she did not even notice that the wolf slowly and quietly walked away. While Little Red Riding Hood was gathering bellflowers and forget-me-nots, the wolf jumped in 5 quick leaps to the end of the forest, and there, at the end of the path, he found Grandmother's cottage. He knocked on the door and waited. "Who is it?" Grandmother called. "It's me, your granddaughter. I'm bringing you lunch, Grandmother." The wolf imitated Little Red Riding Hood's voice. "Come in, my dear. The door is not locked," Grandmother answered. The wolf reached for the handle. The door flew open, and Grandmother, lying in bed, did not even have time to say 3 words. The wolf jumped straight on her and swallowed her in one single gulp. And that was the end of Grandmother. Quickly, he tied her cap on his head, put on her nightgown, and lay in bed under the blanket, waiting for Little Red Riding Hood. He could already hear her hurried footsteps through the window. Soon she knocked on the door. "Grandmother, Grandmother, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I'm bringing you lunch," she called. "Come in, my dear. The door is not locked." The wolf imitated Grandmother's voice. Little Red Riding Hood came in, went with the basket to the bed, and when she looked at Grandmother, something did not seem right. "Grandmother, Grandmother, why do you have such big ears today?" Little Red Riding Hood asked. "So I can hear you better," the wolf squeaked. "Grandmother, and why do you have such big eyes today?" Little Red Riding Hood wondered. "So I can see you better," the wolf answered. "And Grandmother, why do you have such a big mouth?" The wolf could not hold back anymore and blurted out, so I can eat you more easily." And he jumped on Little Red Riding Hood and swallowed her in one bite. He patted his belly contentedly, licked himself once more after such a good meal, lay down on the bed, and fell asleep. Did he fall asleep? He snored. The sound echoed through the wooden cottage. Some time later, a hunter passed by and heard strange noises coming from the little house. It sounded as if someone was sawing wood. He looked through the window and was shocked to see the wolf snoring loudly in Grandmother's bed, and still in her nightgown. He immediately knew what was happening. He did not wait even a minute longer. He quickly grabbed scissors and cut open the wolf's belly, and out came Little Red Riding Hood, then Grandmother too. Both were saved. What joy there was! But one worry still remained. What to do with the wicked wolf? The hunter had an idea. They all three carried stones, put them into the wolf's belly, and sewed it up tightly. Then they hid behind a tree and waited to see what would happen. It did not take long. The wolf woke up with a terrible thirst. "Oh, I am so thirsty. I did not even drink after that meal. Quick to the well to quench my thirst." The wolf grumbled as he dragged himself step by step to the well. But as soon as he leaned over the well to wet his tongue in the water, the heavy stones tipped him over. He lost balance and fell into the deep well, and the stones pulled him to the very bottom, where the wolf drowned. Now our three, Little Red Riding Hood, Grandmother, and the hunter, breathed a sigh of relief that they were rid of the wicked wolf once and for all. They thanked the hunter again for his help, and Little Red Riding Hood promised that from now on she would never wander off again, that she would always listen to her mother. And so, dear children, this gentle story teaches us something very important. Always listen to your parents, stay on the safe path, and never talk to strangers. Because when we are careful and kind, good things happen, and we stay safe with the people who love us. Now it's time to close your eyes. Let the stars watch over you and drift into the sweetest dreams. Good night. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams.